No, Kirby made it. I was just looking at some sick, awesome Mega Man X lore. I've never actually noticed like the little load up screen that tells you the backstory of move right and shoot the robots.
Also, you may not know this, but it's generally always Dr. Wily.
Yes. Well, I was about to say, well, not in Mega Man X, but ultimately everything in Mega Man X was because Dr. Wily was all like, you know what? Fuck those robots. I'm gonna make best evil robot, and he made zero. There you go.
It only took him 12 tries before coming up with that plan.
I just personally like how all he had to do was just bow repeatedly, and then say he'll never do it again. And Mega Man's like, okay.
To be fair, the screen goes blank. I mean, we can't hear what they're saying. Like, for all you know, while that bowing is like, "Oh God, please don't kill me! I'll suck your dick." And then Mega Man's like, "Wait till the screen goes blank."
I will say, if you beat Mega Man 9, there's when he does the whole bowing. Oh, I'll be good. I'll never do it again. There's actually like Rush the dog drops down and shows a little video projector of all the endings of the other Mega Man games, even the ones that were not in 8-bit form, but they're 8-bitized, of Dr. Wily begging for his life, saying that he's different. And he's like, it's not going to work this time.
And then Mega Man just shoots him, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
just fucking kills
him in cold blood.
He's a fucking street justice, motherfucker. And
bite the curb, Doctor. Bite the curb.
Yeah, that lovable blue android Mega Man fucking curb stomping a mad scientist.
The end.
That's where the Doom and the Mega Man crossover happens.
Yeah, then Doom guy comes in, he's just like, cool. And then they do like a guitar solo together.
Yeah.
So, yes, hot Mega Man lore. Secret of Mana. Never played that one.
Oh, wait, what were you going to say about Park?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Park. Getting it back on track.
We didn't have to resolve this. I just thought
it's got to be resolved.
It's worthwhile. Please.
It's got to be on record.
Why don't we do the B&E first, and then we can get to this other...
We'll talk about it? Okay, fair enough.
I'm really building up to this, and I'd like to do it.
Okay, so
right
this one will be called The Stakeout. If you ever read the little explanation things I put on the pages, this is just going to say The Stakeout. Anyway, so next day, we're going to say a little bit before lunch, 10:30ish, 11ish, something around there. Yeah. What exactly is the plan? I'm assuming you're all just going to roll up in one vehicle and park right in front of the tent.
Yep. No, I think Joe's going to drive his own car.
We were going to crash into the tent if at all possible.
That tent.
Say, hey, nobody notice us. We will say of the two of you, Peter and Beryl, who has the highest stealth?
I have 2.
I only have 1. So
okay, that means we will roll with Beryl.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to do. Sorry.
Well, the good news is you can expend willpower on this, but dexterity and stealth. We will say, this is for you two to pick a spot without drawing any kind of attention to you. And if you spend willpower, you just make sure you tell me and you annotate it.
Okay, I'm gonna spend willpower on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please don't. Okay. All right. I have 1 success, but it's a 10. So let's see. Maybe. Shit, it fell. Nope.
Well, you got a success, and that's all you need. So, yeah, you and Peter and Frank, you all hold up more or less where you were last time. Worked well last time. You're kind of just chilling out right there. You guys get there. You park a pretty good ways down the road, and you basically just hike through the woods, essentially. Frank, he knows the area well enough. He can get you there. And you guys just kind of sitting there waiting until Jeb, he rolls up. He was supposed to be there at 11. He shows up there around 11:10 because, that's Jeb. So
Just a little late.
all right, Jeb. So the day is bright. The weather's nice. Kind of warm for early spring. You see a few cars parked there. They're all just kind of like, kind of milling about eating lunch, that kind of thing. It looks like they've all just kind of like made sandwiches and stuff. A few of them went and got like some McDonald's. They're all kind of looking at you, kind of cocking their head. Not enough, but nothing's like super threatening. Like, what the hell are you doing here, kind of stuff. Yeah, what you gonna do?
I'm just gonna walk up to him. How are y'all doing? I was hoping to talk to the pastor if he's around.
And one of them, he's eating his sandwich, and he looks at me. He goes, "Oh yeah, do you have like an appointment or anything? Does he know you're coming?"
No, I was actually kind of driving by, and I had an idea. I just kind of wanted to run by him, and probably y'all too, actually, if I could talk to all y'all. But I wanted to kind of pitch it to the pastor. I think it's a good one.
He goes, okay, sure. My name is Brother Robert. I'm kind of new here, but I think the pastor, I think he's in. And he, you notice, he never reaches out to grab your hand or anything.
Jeb goes for a handshake always. So
yeah, this one he grabs your hand and shakes it. But the thing is, like, he's not wearing any cloth or anything like that on his hands.
And his hands aren't bleeding or anything because he's the new guy. Okay.
Nah, completely clean. Yeah. And just he shakes your hand just like vigorously.
Yeah, Jeb O'Neill, nice to meet you, man.
It's like, good to meet you too. So are you a local business owner, or are you just you heard of the good word? What brings you here? He's walking and talking, heading towards the RV.
Actually, both those. So yeah, I own O'Neill's. It's my family's business, and I run that. And so I heard about the pastor and his preaching through a friend brought me, and so I came yesterday night, and so yeah, I've been trying to come when I can, but I'm really enjoying it.
He's like, well, that's really good to hear. I mean, it's good that the word's getting out. I mean, people they just don't believe nowadays anymore, So yeah, that's awesome. Then he walks up to the RV, knocks on the door, and he goes, Pastor Freddie, we have a Jeb O'Neill here who's looking for you. And a couple of seconds tick by, and it opens up, and he's standing there, big and tall, and wearing a bright pink khaki shirt. That doesn't really go well for his age, but you think he kind of realizes that this is just clearly just him just relaxing before the day. He's wearing like khaki pants.
He has this Margaritaville parrot hat on,
sandals on.
He is wearing sandals, but he's holding a bottle of Dasani, and it's just grown up hand holding baby bottle kind of thing.
Are there socks with the sandals or no?
Important question.
Of course.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, because I was going to ask if there's any like red spots on his feet. Circles.
So he's bleeding from tiny slash wounds on his forehead.
He just makes a splotch noise.
So maybe walking and talking is a bad idea.
But no, that being said, you do notice that his hands are still bandaged, despite the fact that he is very much in casual clothing right now. And he goes, Mr. O'Neill, I'm glad you came last night.
Yeah, it was great, Mr. Thomas. Do you prefer me call you Mr. Thomas or Pastor Freddie Thomas? I never can remember.
He laughs and he says, he's like, you can call me anything you want. I prefer Freddie. I like to think I'm friendly enough to be on a first name basis.
Yeah, I like it. I think we can do that. Call me Jeb. I'll call you Pastor Freddie. I want to acknowledge your title because it's impressive. But I was glad I went last night. It was great. I love Jamil's little excerpt on love and all that. I was really down with that message. But it was amazing to see your work that you did again. I was hoping to come by and talk to you about a little idea I had, if you got some time.
He goes, yeah, I think we have some time. We're not really doing anything until the night, anyways. And I'll make sure Jamil hears what you said. He's nervous. He's still fairly new on the whole preaching scene, but I think he's got a good future ahead of him.
Yeah, he
But yeah,
killed it. He killed it. Well, if you don't mind, I mean, I'm an outdoorsy dude. The weather's just phenomenal. So I was hoping we could just kind of walk and talk.
Okay. Manipulation and
Not good at manipulation.
which one is seduction on? No,
I also brought you these flowers and champagne, and I'm wearing cologne that doesn't smell that good.
honestly, again, I'll throw you another bone. Which of these social ones would you want to use? Like, if you can justify it.
Well, I don't have a lot in social ones, so I'll do socialize because they're all ones essentially.
Okay.
Can I burn willpower? Because I still have that +2 from like 2 episodes ago or 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, this is yeah, you can burn willpower on this one.
Okay, cool.
You can't risk it, but you can burn it.
Okay, well I'm gonna burn it and mark it. All right. So it's really only. Okay, so that's 2 for the addition, 3.
Yeah, it should give you a +5. If I told you.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't give those that often. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, this is very important.
It's a -4 modifier.
I'm gonna ruin it. Well, he's got to get out of the trailer. It's very important. And I'm glad I did because I literally got 1 success, and it was a 10. So maybe it's a new second one.
I would have loved to have heard Chase's excuse. Like, I have a lot of buttered noodles in here. That.
It's like, these noodles aren't going to butter themselves.
No. Oh, okay, butter just one.
That's fine. He goes, yeah, of course. It's mostly just a big open field. Yeah, let's have a little walk and talk.
Yeah, Robert, do you want to join us?
He goes, yeah, sure. If you two don't mind, I mean, like I think we gotta maybe set some things up inside the tent. At which point, Pastor Freddy goes, "Oh no, Robert, you can come with us. There's no harm in that."
Yeah, great, awesome. Sorry, I'm just getting to it. I mean, as I mentioned before, you may or may not remember. I'm sure you talked to a lot of people, Pastor, but I do have the hardware store, O'Neill's downtown. And I was thinking that we could maybe do some sort of like outreach using my store. I'm not really sure what that would look like, what you're comfortable with, or what you typically do, but could do maybe like an in-town sermon because we're not on the outskirts of town, but we're definitely kind of out there, So if we did something in town, maybe it'd be easier for some elderly folk or something like that. I think maybe just another location might be a good idea.
He goes, that's a really good idea. In fact, as he says, as the voices kind of start to fade a little bit, and it pans over to the woods, and Peter, he's standing there holding 2 branches like this.
No. You're making Peter sound ridiculous. What Peter does is over. Peter sees them walking away. He looks at both of them, puts the mask all the way on, and says, "It's go time."
Okay, sure.
Brought a black balaclava.
Doesn't look suspicious at all.
At which point Frank says, "Okay, so what we're going to have to do, we're probably going to have to approach from the rear because, we got the guys near the tent. They're going to see us if we approach. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm going to advise is you guys just when you approach, stay low.
Okay.
Don't have a big profile, and just get there as quick as possible."
Okay.
I'm on it.
Okay, so you guys, you know what? No, I'll save you guys that. You approach from the rear. There's nobody there. At which point there is in fact a back entrance to the trailer. It actually opens up on both sides. There are some RVs that do that actually. I looked it up, but at which point Frank goes, "Okay, so we're gonna have to open this, and then after this, you two are on your own. I'm gonna bolt back to the woods, and if I see anything, I'll fire it back your way."
Okay. All right.
Beryl, I'll go first because I brought my sword. So.
Okay, thank you, Peter. That's very reassuring.
Did you come unarmed? Like,
I wasn't gonna bring a gun, but
Talk about
can
it.
you say I brought my baseball bat? Maybe we're just gonna go hit some balls around.
That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine. I mean,
all right.
If you want to say you brought your baseball bat, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. If
okay,
we're rolling.
Who wants to make the dexterity and larceny roll? You get a +1, but who wants to make that?
What's your dexterity?
3.
That yours is higher than mine. So that's gonna beat you. I'm sorry, we're leaning on you real hard, Peter.
No.
I'm just here for moral support.
And this is absolutely something you can burn willpower on.
Oh God, yes, I'm burning willpower.
Moral support to be unsneaky.
Peter's never done this whatsoever. Well, no, there is that one time where he stupidly locked the keys to his Honda Accord back in college in his car, and he spent an afternoon getting real improvisation. So maybe he's tapping into that knowledge.
But Lorraine had a bend to coat hanger in all different kinds of ways.
Well, no, by that point he'd attracted like 3 other people, and everyone had their idea. Like, let's tie a string to a mouse and see if it'll all that stuff.
Did you end up just smashing the window?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this is the kind of thing where, I mean, it's a door, so it's hey, what if we like jimmy it with our debit cards and stuff like that.
That was 3 successes, but 2 of them were 10s. So hang on. Well, that's just 3 successes.
Still good.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly. You've done a little bit of research. I mean, obviously, you don't have like a lock picking kit, but you've looked on a few things with this particular model. Like, if you like kind of lift the door a certain way and slide a card in, you can like, jimmy the lock, the closing mechanism just a little bit. You managed to open it without any kind of catch. At which point, Frank, he kind of claps you both on the back and he's like, all right, guys, good luck.
Thanks.
Peter just does this.
He goes, yeah, Peter. And, he kind of, low runs back to the woods and far enough where you can't really see him. And yeah, it's you two on your own at the moment.
God.
All right. Beryl, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Yes, all ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, open.
Oh, I thought we were bumping fists.
No. So Peter, like, his fist raises up, but it grabs the door handle and opens it, leaving you just no bump.
Okay. All right, let's get in there.
Yeah, you two haven't been in before, so this is all fairly new to you. It's spacious, but it's spacious, but at the same time, it's not necessarily the kind of thing that you think a lot of people would be able to stand in comfortably.
Okay.
At least as many as you guys saw that night. It's got a nice little kitchenette area. It's got space for a table, television. Fairly nice couch for the television. Even like a little miniature kind of, like, not necessarily miniature, but like it's even got like a bookshelf kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately want to use my eye for the strange talent.
Okay, absolutely.
Or merit.
Do you got a roll for that?
I do. Intelligence plus composure. With success, the storyteller must tell me if a scene has a supernatural cause. Provide 1 piece of found information that confirms the answer.
Okay.
So I'm just going to roll intelligence plus composure. Let's see, it's 4 plus... Because I really feel like throughout this whole experience, not a lot of us have been using our merits very often.
Yeah, I was just re-looking at that. I was like, I haven't really used it hardly at all.
Yeah, I've never used my common sense, like, ever.
Yeah, I for Eye of the Strange, and I've never used it.
Yeah, so here's the thing with merits and stuff is that, I mean, like, they don't come up often. I'll say that much. But I mean, it's basically, especially with human characters, these are your power sets, basically.
All right, here I go.
Which is why, like, you can get merits for fairly cheap too if you spend experience.
All right, that is. Hold on one moment. Let me do the paperwork here. That's 4 successes.
Damn.
So,
The entire trailer's a Cthulhu.
yes, you are walking in amongst the Cthulhu. No, so you're just kind of looking about, just kind of here and there. And you notice that something, you know, on a few RVs that you've seen, there's basically like a door separating, you know, like the living area with like the front driving area. But the thing about that door is it's off. And you can't really describe how. The easiest way you think you could possibly describe it is it doesn't look like it doesn't. Here's this, you know, here's this really expensive looking RV, and the door doesn't look.
Lost you
That
there.
was the worst time. For
I know, right? The door doesn't look up.
It looks like he's literally in the middle of a soulful
It's like
cream.
thinking, like,
What is this?
God damn it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.